Alright, welcome to the J29 Business Simplified YouTube channel. My name is Erwin. If this is your first time visiting our YouTube channel, welcome. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing a few tips you can use or take to help you start growing your business online. Now, in previous videos, we spoke about how you can grow your business by looking at your client strategy, building relationships. However, in today's day and age, it's impossible to ignore the impacts and the power of using digital marketing, which includes things like your website and social media, to help you grow your business. So the first tip I would say is that you need to decide on your objectives. What is it that you want to achieve as a business owner or entrepreneur by taking your business online? And this is extremely important because I can remember when I first started putting the business online, or I've been dealing with other businesses, getting them a digital strategy to get their business online. You really need to clearly understand why your business is online. Some people may have an objective to get more leads, which is you want to get more clients to grow your business. Some may say they want to get more likes to increase brand awareness. But once you've decided on your business objective, it's important that you stick to that plan, because there's a tendency on social media and online platforms that as soon as your business is online, you keep on going to check how many likes you got, how many clicks, how many people shared your post. And it can be very frustrating if you do not set a accurate goal and an accurate target, because you could be chasing something that doesn't exist. So once you've decided on your objectives, what is your business going to achieve online? The next step is to start creating an ideal client profile. So who are you targeting online? For example, if your business does plumbing, you're looking for people that maybe have blocked drains, that are building a new house, that need to do maintenance on their homes. And with social media, it becomes quite more efficient and easier to actually target people or the ideal consumer. But building up that customer profile, in other words, you would say you're looking for homeowners, people that are maybe renting a home, people that are living in a specific area. And when you target your clients, it helps you to put the right content out there. Because if you think about if we take an example of just a call you receive, so many times a day, most people receive calls, and it's calls like, hi, can we sell you insurance? Hi, can we sell you medical aid? And there's so many different calls you receive, and it's not actually what you want. And as consumers, we become quite annoyed when people call us to ask us, do we need this and do we need that? And it's the same on social media. You need to target where your ads are going to, or where your social media is. The third step, I would say, is choose the right platforms. One big mistake many businesses make is trying to be on all platforms. J29 Business Simplified, my company, does social media, and normally when we start with a client, we find that immediately they are on all your top 4 social media profiles. So they're using Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other profiles, the top 4 out there. But when we actually go in and we firstly assess the objectives that they have for their social media or digital marketing strategy, we take it a step further and find out who their ideal clients are by using a customer profile that we've created. And number 3, finding out where their customers are. We find in most cases that our clients do not need to be on each and every single social media platform, because there's also a risk. For example, if a social media platform is down, there's a technical issue. You find sometimes when Instagram is down, Facebook may be down at the same time, but there are other platforms as well. So I would say that you do not need to be on all, but you need to target the profiles where your customers are. And the numbers on social media speak clearly for themselves. The number of users that we have on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok are huge. So there is a huge opportunity to reach the audience. But as time goes on, social media becomes more competitive because there are so many more brands out there. So I would say choose your social media platforms very carefully so that your content is aligned to what your ideal client needs to have, or what would actually cause them to look for your services or your product online. The fourth tip I would say is to create content. It's fine being on social media. Anybody can be on social media. What differentiates you from your competitors is your content that you're putting out there. So you need to come up with content that is not monotonous. It needs to be varying. You can't use social media just to sell to clients, because think about it again. When you get those phone calls of people phoning you, hi, do you want to buy this? Hi, do you want to buy that? You get so upset because they keep on trying to sell a product to you that you're not interested in. And you don't want to be that person on social media that every single post comes out there is try my product, buy my product, buy my product. It becomes quite annoying. People will eventually just block you from their feed. So also understand your social media strategy from the point of the receiver. Who is receiving your content? What do they actually need? And most importantly, what problem are you solving for that person? So if your business is a plumber once again, how quickly can they get hold of you? Are your contact details on your social media? Is your website up and running? The final point I would say is get started. Many years ago, the dream for most marketers or big companies was to get a billboard. And once you had a big billboard on one of the main freeways in Johannesburg, somewhere in South Africa, those are the companies that we really revered and we looked up to them. We thought, well, they have made it. But today, as a business owner, you can have your billboard on your Facebook page, your Twitter page, on any of your social media platforms. You can put out posts and information at no cost. So I think there's no excuse for businesses not being online. We need to understand that there's a huge opportunity, specifically in South Africa. And I'll give you a quick example of how social media and digital marketing can actually make a huge difference in your business sales. About a year ago, I was at home and I knew the drain was blocked about 2 days ago, but I thought it would probably clear up on the weekend. And Saturday morning comes and I realize the drain is seriously blocked now. So typically you hear people in the home saying, you should really call a plumber. And being me, I thought, plumber for what? No, I can do this myself. I'm not wasting money. So I head off to the hardware shop, get there, meet the guy. He tells me I need to put some chemicals down the drain and these chemicals will clear the blockage. Long story short, it's 4 hours later, the drain is still blocked and we're heading for 1 o'clock on a Saturday. So I decide, you know what, okay, this is getting quite late. Let me rather get a plumber. So as consumers, there's generally two things we do. When we look for a product or a service, we phone a friend, which I've done. I phoned one of my friends and I said, hey bud, what's up? I've got a blocked drain at home. Do you know of any plumbers? And he says to me, yes, there was a plumber I used at my place some time ago. Let me check for his number. 30 minutes go by, he hasn't got back to me. So he phones me and he says, look, I can't find the number. I had the guy's business card somewhere. Unfortunately, I lost the card, so I can't even remember the business name. And here's the second thing that we do, if not first, as most consumers, we do a Google search. And there's even the phrase that has been coined now, just Google it. And when I done the Google search, what popped up for me, I put in the plumber or plumbing service and I put the specific area I was looking for. And what popped up in the Google search was a list of plumbers. But I immediately noticed that these are more corporate, high-end plumbers that are very huge businesses. And I thought to myself, there's nobody else in terms of your medium or smaller businesses. So I found the plumbing service. They came out, excellent service, job well done, guaranteed. However, I was very disappointed because I know so many businesses or so many other plumbers that I've met over the last year, And I always ask them, don't you have a Facebook page? Are you not on Instagram? Are you not on Twitter? Do you not have a website? Some form of digital presence. And the difference or the point I'm making is that if your business, irrespective of which industry you're in, can be found in a Google search through your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter, or any social media platform, and your website, the chances of clients finding you and starting to rate you and give you referrals so that you can be found is a huge opportunity to start growing your business. So, to sum up, I would say, number one, decide on your objectives. Design a customer profile or ideal client profile. Start developing your content for your business, sending out the right message in different forms of content, and make sure that you're connecting with your audience. And most importantly, get started. You do not have to be on all the social media platforms. Try one social media platform, experiment, enjoy the process of learning social media. If you need additional help, please contact us, www.j29.co.za on our website. If you're not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe today. We will be putting out more content covering different social media platforms to give you more tips and information.